Let's talk about Buick. Yes, Buick. The brand your grandfather drove. The brand you forgot existed. And somehow, quietly, without announcing itself, one of the most underrated brands in the American car market right now. Here's what nobody tells you. In China, the world's biggest car market, Buick isn't old. Buick is prestige. Buick sells over 700,000 cars a year there. They look at Buick the way Americans look at BMW. Meanwhile, in the US, people are still sleeping on it. That's your advantage, because right now you can get a genuinely premium experience at a price that makes Cadillac and Lincoln look like they're charging you for the audacity. 5 levels. Let's break it down. Level 1. The toe-in-the-water Buick Envista. Starts around $23,000. This is Buick's entry card. Small coupe-style crossover, sleek roofline, modern interior for the price. The kind of car that looks like it costs more than it does, which is basically Buick's entire strategy. This is for someone dipping a toe into, I made it. Just the toe. The Envista is solid, comfortable, good tech. But here's the reality. For a few thousand more, Level 2 makes this feel like a rough draft. Smart move? Buy it used. Let someone else explain why they bought the small one. Level 2. Now you're making better decisions. Buick Encore GX starts around $28,000. Same idea, but now it makes sense. More space, higher ride height, a more mature vibe that says you thought this through. The Encore GX is what happens when the same budget meets better judgment. You get proper practicality, a solid infotainment system, and options like all-wheel drive, if you actually deal with winter. This is where Buick stops feeling like a compromise and starts feeling like a choice. Cross-shop it with a CR-V or RAV4, and you'll notice something immediately. Those cars drive well. This one feels better to sit in. They have better powertrains. Buick has the better living room. You decide what matters. Level 3. Envision. $35,000 to $43,000. This is where it clicks. Mid-size SUV. Proper premium interior, materials that feel way too good for the price. The ride is smooth in a way that feels intentional, like Buick actively removed the bad parts of the road. This is where it stops being a surprise and starts being a real option. The sport touring trim is the sweet spot. Add the tech package and you've got everything. Head-up display, adaptive cruise, Bose sound system. At this price, you're looking at Audi Q5 and BMW X3 territory. They win on badge. The Envision wins on value, without trying too hard. This is Buick quietly saying, we've been here the whole time. Level 4, you upgraded your life Buick Enclave. $45,000 to $58,000. This isn't just a bigger car. This is what happens when you have people, and those people need seats. 3 rows, real space. Enough. Leg room that nobody complains the entire drive. The ride is ridiculously smooth for something this size. Buick's quiet tuning makes it one of the quietest SUVs at this price point. If you're comparing it to a Chevrolet Traverse, same platform, the Enclave wins on refinement every time. More comfortable, more premium, and still cheaper than a Cadillac XT6 built on the same bones. That math is hard to ignore. Level 5, luxury without the noise. Buick Enclave Avenir. $58,000 to $65,000. This is Buick at its best. Top trim, full luxury, no drama, massaging seats, real materials, quiet cabin. Everything just feels finished. The interior is genuinely impressive. Clean design, real wood, subtle details that don't try too hard. And that's the whole point. This is for someone who could buy a German badge and chooses not to. Not because they can't, because they did the math. At $65,000 fully loaded, this competes with $80,000 SUVs. Quiet, confident, completely unbothered, and that's the lineup. 5 levels. One brand that went from forgotten to underrated without ever raising its voice. The trap? Level 1 new. Buy it used. The sweet spot? Level 3. That's where the value gets unfair. The wild card? Level 5 Avenir. Full luxury, without the luxury ego. Buick figured something out most brands haven't. You don't have to be loud to be good.